good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending the 2016 Chairman's Lunch. It's a pleasure to have you all here, and we know that your time is very valuable, so thank you for supporting the organisation today. Let's just see if I can work this out. Fabulous. We've got a fantastic selection of speakers. You'll be pleased to hear you're only hearing me for about 5 minutes. We've actually got some proper people who know what they're talking about. So I'm really looking forward to that programme. I've had a look through it. It does look absolutely sensational. I was very fortunate enough to attend last year's Chairman's Lunch at the invite of Grant and appreciated that. It gave me a real flavour for the organisation. I hadn't joined, for those of you who don't know, I joined the PPMA in February, so I've been in the position for about 10, 11 months now. And again, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a little bit of an outsider. So I come from FMCG, specialty chemicals manufacturing. So it's, in many ways, I'm a change, I guess, a change in the way that the organisation is going forward. But actually, I think that change can be very good and very positive. In fact, if I think of, when I was here 12 months ago, and, what really struck me is such a special venue. It's a fabulous place to come. I was very proud, as I'm very proud today. My kids love it, sort of telling that you've been to the Houses of Parliament. But if I look back over those 12 months, there's been an incredible time of change. So just in that last 12-month period, obviously we've had Brexit, we've had Donald Trump as the president-elect, we've got a new Prime Minister. If we move away from politics and business, we've got the England football team on their third manager, I think it is now, and Leicester City won the Premiership. So a sort of a time of change and a time of surprises. Perhaps somebody found my appointment a surprise. I don't know. It's certainly a change. Apparently, I read actually that the bookies. So if you put a £5 bet, not on me, I don't think I was being offered at Betfred or whatever it is, but if you put a £5 bet on the Brexit, Donald Trump, and Leicester City winning the Premiership, a £5 bet would have earned you £15 million. I didn't make that bet because, quite frankly, I'd probably be sitting in Antigua away from the British weather, but. One of the, sort of moving on from change, one of the things that has really struck me, I've been and tried to visit as many members as possible, during my opening 10 months. And, people have been, certainly very receptive and very positive towards me and very welcoming, and I thank everybody for that. But some of the things that have struck me are, people's, acceptance of myself, but also the tenacity to cope with change. And whether you believed in Brexit or not, the fact is we have it. And most people are saying, this is such a tenacious industry. Most people are saying that, we have to go forward, whether we like the decisions or not. And I think that's, says a lot about the people in this room and the industries that you all represent. The other thing that has really struck me was the level of invention and innovation that I've seen during my travels. It was quite interesting. Somebody last year at this event said to me, they said, I won't embarrass them by saying who, they said that you may not find, good morning, Tom, they said you may not find, the industry you come from, this may not be as exciting. There may not be such levels of innovation. And actually, I couldn't disagree more. I've been absolutely astounded by what I've seen, the excitement, the energy, the levels of innovation that I've seen, and also in terms of that excitement, I spent the last sort of 18 years before here in the chemical industry, so I've predominantly been selling white powders for sort of a large proportion of my life. It makes me sound like a drug dealer, but I will hasten at legal white powders. So compared with that, I think it's a really fabulous industry of which to be a part of, and certainly very exciting. The other thing that sort of struck me, with this innovation and the tenacity, is that it didn't matter whether it was a large or a small company. So I've been to SMEs, I've been to global multinational companies, and that innovation, that drive is really there throughout the whole industry. And again, I said I'm an outsider, so I can say that with very sincere set of voice and eyes towards that. And I guess, for me, it sort of cemented that old adage, that size isn't important. I tell my wife that as well. But it's, you know, it really is, you know, you see this, you know, incredible sort of, you know, energy sort of spread throughout. As I said, the programme today, it's a wonderful programme. I'm very pleased that Tom's just arrived perfectly on time, so thank you for that. I remember listening to Tom's speech last year, and he's a fabulous speaker, far better than I am. So, you know, I'm looking forward to hearing your sort of words of wisdom in a moment. I'm looking forward to meeting many of you all today. As we said, it's a time of change in the PPMA. We hope that's positive change, you know, for myself, my team, the board. You know, we're trying to make this an incredible organisation going forward. And I think we're certainly making the right steps towards that. Of course, during the breaks, during lunch, if there's things that you'd like to either talk with me, my team, any of the board, other things that you'd like to see, please let us know. I'd like to pride ourselves going forward on being a listening organisation and adapting to that change as we go forward ourselves. So without further ado, let me sort of just say, you know, please enjoy the day in this fabulous, you know, iconic setting. Enjoy the presentations, enjoy the lunch. It's in the Churchill dining room. You'll get a special feeling, and I'm sure, you know, go home as well as feeling full, feeling very, very full of, you know, the sort of the occasion. And I wish you the best within that. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Tom. Thank you.